Hello, my friends. It's very late on a Wednesday evening, at least it is here, and I had my Shakespeare performance tonight, and it wasn't a train wreck, but it might have been a small car accident. My partner and I didn't get to practice as much as we would like, and so may not have been as polished as it could have been, but I thought that I would read you my favorite passage of Hamlet, obviously, which was only a portion of what I had to learn. I had to learn about 300 lines of Shakespeare to perform because I was Hamlet, but then we also did a second scene with Laertes and Ophelia, so I was also Laertes, but not as important because I don't like him as much. So I'll just read you the to be or not to be speech, because why not? Because I'm a nerd and I know that YouTube wouldn't let me do this in real life, so I'll do it on a video. Alright, here goes. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep perchance to dream, aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather face those ills that we have than fly to others that we know not of? Thus conscience doth make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment with this regard their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action. And then he goes on to talk to Ophelia, which is really the majority of the scene that we performed, because it was focusing on the contrast between Hamlet's perceived madness, as we don't believe him to actually be insane, and Ophelia's actual madness towards the end of the play. So the other scene that we did was with Ophelia talking to her brother, and she's like singing and just being nonsensical. So yeah, that's just a little piece of what I did tonight, but I actually had it memorized, except there was one chunk that I just removed in the middle of that speech, and then I edited a few of the things that I say to Ophelia, because I didn't need to learn 800 lines of Shakespeare. I took out like 40, sorry. So, no, I didn't even take out that many. It might have been like 12. Anyway, I know I called you both the other day, and you were, obviously busy. I know you are, so if you can, call me back sometime, leave me a video, whatever. I miss you, and I will see you in a few short weeks. Alright, goodbye!